Investors were greeted with housing starts and the producer price index. Here to talk to me about it is Maury Harris. He is the Chief U.S. Economist at UBS Securities. Maury, thanks for being with us on this.
Well, thanks for inviting me again.
So, Maury, I'm wondering, on PPI, we saw a 0.2% increase. First off, did that surprise you much? And also, what do you think about the new calculations?
Well, two things. First of all, your core producer price index for finished goods is what investors are most focused on, and that was up 0.2. The consensus was 0.1, but the reason it went up as much as it did was beginning of the year increases in drug prices, and this happens every year. The drug prices go up a lot in January and don't go up that much the rest of the year, but the seasonal adjustment factors just haven't caught that. Now, the index itself covers a much broader part of the economy than the manufacturing part of the economy that it used to cover. Now it covers services and construction. So it's a much better indicator of overall core inflation and probably will play a bigger role in the Fed's consideration of what's happening to the core inflation because it's more comprehensive. And it also, it covers prices other than what consumers pay. The Fed has a target for the core personal consumption expenditures index, but that's what consumers pay. Ideally, they'd be looking at something even broader than that.
So, Maury, let's also turn to housing starts. Came in much lower than expected, about 880,000. Is this a little bit of a cause for concern to you?
I'm not too concerned about housing right now because you can certainly argue that there were weather effects, but more importantly, when you look at public confidence indices, when you look at what the public says in surveys about buying plans for homes, expectations for home prices, the public psychology is still very favorable toward having a good spring selling season.
Sure. So on the whole, with PPI and housing starts, how should investors walk away from this when they're approaching the market?
I think that you have to ignore weather-related data like housing starts, and you have to realize that that 0.2 increase in the PPI isn't something that's likely to be sustained every month. It reflected that big increase in drug prices in January.
All right, Maury, thanks so much. That's Maury Harris of UBS Securities for TheStreet. I'm Deaux.